It is such an honor to have you here. You've been one of my role models since I started in this field. So I've followed your work for more than 16 years now. So thank you so much for your time.
Well, thank you, Karla. Thank you. That means a lot to me, actually, because I'm hoping to give an explanation of why autism, why have I been so involved in it?
Yes.
And when I was 19 years old, and I discovered autism for the first time by visiting a special school and working with two classically autistic kids, I made a decision that my career would be autism and that one day I would like to be an expert in autism.
Oh.
So what you have just done is affirm my ambition as a 19-year-old.
Oh.
So whenever you say that, I go, great, because that's what I've grown up to be who I wanted to be.
Oh, that is amazing. And I don't think a lot of people actually get to that point where they're like, I've accomplished what I've set out to accomplish. So, and I think the beautiful thing about this field is that we continue learning so much and it evolves because it is a relatively new field if you look at the other disorders or conditions out there. So I think that's also something that I've seen in your career that you've learned and grown with it.
Yeah, and my learning, yes, I do read the research articles. As a professor, I have to. It's interesting. But I find that the research articles are about 10 to 15 years behind clinical experience and confirms clinical experience. So one of the things that I do, I have in a little area down here, a little booklet in which I write down words of wisdom from the clients and families that I see. So although I read the research articles, I write the books, yes, but my greatest source of inspiration and wisdom is the words of those with autism themselves.
Yes.
And I write it down and I think, oh, that was good. And I'll remember that. Yeah.
That's awesome. I've actually got a book where I note down some quirky sayings
yes,
of some of my clients, and just because it truly inspires me to wake up every morning, just having that interaction with my clients, because the way that they see the world and just their sense of humor and how they disprove some of the myths of autism.
yes,
the typical one, like autistic people don't want to be social, they don't want to have friends. I mean, really, like, we can disprove that.
Yes, but also how brave the person is in adversity,
yes,
of wanting to engage with others, but rejected and bullied and teased, and yet still hope for a friend.
Yes.
And how they cope with their challenges with emotions like anxiety and so on, but then achieve areas of excellence. I have just seen an 11-year-old boy, and I've been seeing him for the last nearly 6 months. And his fascination is with a lead electric guitar. And today, his parents actually played me a video of him. He's amazing. He's 11, but he's like Eric Clapton. He's like Jimmy Page, yes, and he's 11, and his ability to play the guitar is absolutely extraordinary. So you see moments of talent that are amazing.
Yes, 100%. I actually had a conversation with Professor Stephen Shore, and he was also telling me, there are these moments of excellence, but also parents need to remember that the typical day is sometimes very difficult for somebody on the spectrum. So it might just be that going out there and meeting people and everyday tasks might be a little bit tricky. So yes, definitely what you're saying is they've got so much determination, and I love that about the field that we're in.
Yeah, it's great, and I don't intend to retire. I have still lots of things to learn and do. I've climbed all the mountains I need to climb. I'm helping other people climb the same mountains.
Oh wow! And now you can skydive up those mountains.
I do. I fly. I have a lovely vantage point.